Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Vapors Podcast. I am here with the one and only Outlaw. And as always, if you guys are able to, please lock and load with us and let's get going. So, today's topic on the Vapors Podcast is the WWE Class of... Wow, I really messed that up. Let's try that again. WWE Class of 2020 Hall of Fame. I messed that up the second time, but you get the gist. Anyway.
And a few things before we begin. First of all, it is Friday.
It is.
We apologize for the late video, but we've been backtracked for a little while. We pre-recorded earlier this week. Didn't work out well, so...
We just got really sidetracked.
Yeah, but we're recording to you now. We apologize, but it's happening. Second of all, Handy, do you need a microphone? We are going to use it. So, Mr. Duggan.
Mr. Vinnell.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about the Class of 2020 Hall of Fame?
So, the first inductee we have is... the Animal Batista. Thoughts?
It is well about time he got into the Hall of Fame. Personally, I think that he should still wrestle, but he has turned Hollywood. But that's completely fine. But I'm just glad that WWE is realizing that he should be in the Hall of Fame.
I agree with that. Batista's had some really good matches. Why don't we actually focus on some of his matches? Because we haven't really focused on any of the matches. So, let's see. There was a match between him and John Cena at Over the Limit in, I believe, it was 2009, if I'm not. I think it was 2009. I'm going to go with that. I know it was in the 2000s. So, that match...
That's a very wide range.
I don't know. I just came up with it.
We'll get corrected.
Yeah, we'll get corrected. That match was quite interesting. That was an I Quit match.
We've had one of those in BPW.
We did. So in that match, actually, no, I'm sorry. I don't think it was an I Quit match. It was a last man standing match, actually. We also had that.
One of those.
Yes, we did. Which I was the ref for, by the way.
Yes, you were. Ooh, that would make a good topic for the next one.
Ooh. Write it down.
BPW talk.
Right. Okay. But that match, I think that was a good match. I don't know if you saw it.
I did.
It was a pretty good match.
It was.
Ended with...
By the way, guys, sorry to interrupt, but WrestleMania is tomorrow and Sunday. Don't miss it.
Right. Me and him will both be watching. Actually, speaking of WrestleMania, another good match that he had, well, you don't think so, but I think so, was the match between Triple H and Batista.
It wasn't good.
I personally like that match because, it was physical. I liked it. I don't know why you don't like it, but...
I didn't like it just because, it was Batista's big return and, his last match before he went off to Hollywood again, and I feel like they could have done more. It could have, yes, it was at WrestleMania, but I feel like it could have been more hyped up. It could have been longer. It was kind of like the whole Brock Lesnar and Goldberg match. It was all that was the big match that everyone wanted to see, and it just didn't live up to the limit. Didn't live up to the hype.
It did. I thought it was a pretty good match. Yes, it was kind of short, but you know what? I think it was still a good match.
Don't get me wrong, it was a good match, but I just feel like it could have been better than, what it was. It was like a 3.5 star out of a 5 for me. But then again, with the PG era, you can't really do some of the good things that they used to do.
Right. Okay, so why don't we move on to our next inductee? If you do you
Or
have anything else?
inductees.
Right. Do you have anything else to say?
I do not.
Okay. So the next one that we will announce is John Bradshaw Lakefield.
JBL.
Now, my thoughts. He was a good wrestler, very good. But you know his commentary. Yeah, no. Stick with wrestling. The reason I say that is because every single, a power couple, the Authority, for example, he kissed their ass. Really just went, mwah, 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 mwah.
Puckered up.
Dude, don't suck up. Come on now.
We see how that works out for most people.
The one thing that me and him have in common is that he didn't like Los Matadores, and I didn't like them either. They were losers. Oh my God. Every single match they were in was horrible and a joke. I mean,
Shocker.
they had a rivalry with 3MB. 3MB. By the way, if you guys don't know who 3MB is, that was Heath Slater, Drew McIntyre, and Jinder Mahal. McIntyre actually made a career. Slater and Mahal, well, Mahal went on to be WWE champion.
Slater's gone nowhere.
Slater did go a little something. He got the tag team title.
Again, went nowhere. On his own.
Right.
Unlike what was it, Buddy Murphy, who no, it wasn't Buddy Murphy. Was it Buddy? I don't know. Who finally has no losing streak.
Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins, thank you.
He had a very long losing streak, but it's Kurt Hawkins. Anything else you need to say about JBL?
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Alrighty. So, the next two inductees are Nikki and Brie, the Bella Twins. I already know your opinion, so I will say it for you to save your breath. He doesn't like it. He says it's a waste of space.
It is a waste of space, and I can tell you why. Yes, Nikki Bella was the longest reigning Divas champion.
One of the longest reigning.
But they have done absolutely nothing with their career since. Yes, Brie has a kid. She's currently... is she currently pregnant?
Yep.
Yes.
Both of them are.
But they're still young. They could go back into the WWE, but they're not. And, I just feel like they should save that space for someone else and, wait a while longer.
I will agree with you on one thing. It is a little early for them, but you know what? They did... you know what? Now that I think about it, it actually really is a tough one.
This is how I feel. If you put the Bella Twins in the Hall of Fame, put AJ Lee in the Hall of Fame.
I agree. Put CM Punk in the Hall of Fame. Hello. Like, come on,
legend.
Absolute legend. I mean, you're talking the man that won the WWE Championship and then walked out with it on the same night as his contract was going to expire.
And the man that sucked up to the Authority and the company.
He never sucked up to him.
Remember when he was standing on the top of the stage? He was dissing the McMahon family.
Oh, right. He also came, after he walked out, he came back at SummerSlam 2011 and fought John Cena again to unify the WWE title, which he won.
Yes, and before we continue with anything, we are going to make a part 2 next week. We have to make this video short due to technical difficulties. But part 2 will be coming next week. Also, follow us on Anchor because we will have a podcast up on there as well. So,
when we are going to do that, we
can probably do that next.
Right.
Part 2.5 will be on Anchor.
Right. So, download Anchor and follow us.
Yep, and we will see you guys next Thursday, I promise.
Thank you guys and good night.